Shalom, shalom. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers who's pushing this truth in the four corners, the highways and byways. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kodash. Hey, we living in some beautiful times, right? We living in the beautiful times whereby you could see that the whole world and their kings, these different nations, they are all confederates and agreement into getting the MOTB system up and working. All right, and they're doing so swiftly as the times and days go by. Seeing a lot of things happening, martial law in certain countries, civil unrest, all right, food, decline of food, all right. Hey, and yet still, you stupid jakes are not amending your ways. Those of you that were in the truth and then all of a sudden want to drop out and stuff like that. Hey, woe to you, man. Woe to you. Anyway, this is the book of Revelation chapter 17. I'm reading from verse 1. It says, "And there came one of the seven angels which had seven vials." All right, the seven vial is basically to war with the different plagues. These angels with the different plagues that are coming, that are sent out in this time, in this rulership. All right, mainly America. Right, it says, "And talking with me," it says, "saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore, right, that sitteth upon many waters." All right, and that great whore is talking about Babylon, which is America. All right, modern day Babylon, spiritual Egypt, America. Verse 2, it says, "With whom?" Right? These are different water. Hey, and it's funny. The word Guyana itself, all right? By the way, we're from GMS Guyana here, right? For, those are who are now, watching. All right? Guyana means, its Armenian word means land of many waters. All right? So I guess if you're Guyanese, you're made up of many waters, which they do say it's a country mixed races or mixed nationalities. All right. It says verse 2, "With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of our fornication." And that's America. All them that are entering into contracts, confederates, with America, making agreements, they are all going to be held accountable. All right, so we find is that little and little they are become extensions of America. All right, in all our doing, and sacrifices. Now I'm gonna go into an article that I saw here on Facebook from one of the news media in Guyana here. All right, this is Newsroom, and this is basically about the plans of the president, right? Which is President Dr. Ephraim Ali. It says on Wednesday announced that new cash grants and empowerment measures for individuals and vulnerable groups, including the elderly, children, women, persons living with disability, farmers, and small businesses, will be unveiled before year end. So the cash grant, basically for these groups, right? They're going to give money to groups, so as listed above. All right. It says here, he urged citizens to prepare for a fully digital and transparent rollout, emphasizing we've digitalized everything, and everything will be done in a systemic way. So I'm urging every Guyanese to open their bank account. Now, again, all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakodash. You know, and double honesty, there isn't the great, apostles, bishops, and elders, all right, that have been standing firm in this truth. You know, these men have been a standard, you know, bringing out the word and standing by it. You know, the integrity of this of the message of this of the truth. All right, and their word have been programmed and proven. Salakio, right? I'm going to read what's in the photo. It says, open your bank accounts. We're digitalizing everything, and everything will be done in a systemic way. So I urge every Guyanese to open their bank accounts, Dr. Irfan Ali said Wednesday, confirming that cash grant and empower measures for the vulnerable groups will be announced before year end. All right, and there you have it. Right, this information here, is out and showing that these people are basically setting up the digitalized system, which is going to start to, the same identification card is going to be all in one. All right, and then eventually the MOTB, the Karagma. All right. So let's get Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. Right? Because this is the card. Understand, this is the card. Right? But this is basically, this whole system is all about graduation. Right? So they're building up this system and they're fast at it, which goes to shows that we are not long away from having, the biometric system, right, that will be implanted into our persons, right, into our members, into your hands or forehead, as the scripture said. All right. But for now, they're setting up the system, which can still be used, but up until when they have all these information about you, this is when they're going to freeze your account because, well, you're not complying with the mandatory approach that they're going to have when it comes to the MOTB. All right. It says in Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell. It says, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and the number is 666. All right. So yeah, we've been reading this precept, these scriptures here, year in, year out, day in, day out. Basically to summarize, the MOTB is the mark of the beast. All right, which basically is a implanted device that the Edomites, Esau, Edom, this system they're going to choose to basically mark their people, and that mark that you receive is death. All right, as said so in the scripture. This is Revelations so okay, let me get This is Salakia. This is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receive the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh power, the faith of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Alright, because hey, you gotta be in this thing 100%. You know, if you're for Yahweh Shai Mashiach, you're for Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Alright? So this is not no, you know, bluff. This is not like any word of false promise. We are seeing these things coming to pass in real time. This man is doing a thing. You know? Remember, he's against Yahweh power, so his mark is against Yahweh power. The mark for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is basically the wisdom, understanding, and the exemption from judgment. Alright? And to know his name, the Son name and the Father name. Anyway, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostle and bishops of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, brothers who push this truth sincerely. You are quat that is taken by your husband. You know, continue to do so. Continue to listen at these times. Pay attention. You know, information will be coming out, which will be very vital. You know, keep prayed up. Pay attention. You know, this is not the time to just slack out or fall out. You know, shalom.